Hello, in this video we are going to connect a Graph API using client ID, tenant ID and certificate thumbprint. These three things are necessary in order to connect Graph API. Let us go and take a look how we get the client ID and tenant ID certificate thumbprint step by step. In the previous slide I briefly talked about the introduction. Here, as you see here, this commandlet connect mggraph to connect API endpoint. In order to get this client ID, tenant ID and the certificate thumbprint, we need to register an app. Then give API permissions like read, write and etc. I'm going to create a self-signed certificate and add it to the local computer store and then upload the certificate, get the thumbprint. Using this three, the client ID, tenant ID and certificate thumbprint. And finally, we are going to connect the Graph API. Log into the computer. Okay, this is my Windows 10 machine, and go to open up a browser and go to portal.azure.com. And then you need to sign in. Now go to enter ID and then app registration, all application. This one I'm going to create a new one here. New demo. Okay, account in this organization directory only. That means I'm going to query the API only in this tenant. Okay, nobody else from the other tenants members, they cannot query the API. So I'm going to register this app. You can see here a new demo. And then I'm going to copy the client ID. The client ID, I'm going to copy it into my Visual Studio Code. So file, new text file, select the language, PowerShell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this certain commandlets. The client ID is this one. And tenant ID is this one. Control. And certificate thumbprint, we have to get it. We need to go to API permission. We need to assign permission here, and then we need to add permission. So we need to click on Microsoft Graph and then application permission, and then user.read. I'm going to give all the permission to query the Azure Active Directory users in this tenant. You can see here is not granted for Contoso. So you need to grant admin consent for Contoso. Click on yes, and this would become green. Now I am going to copy the code for certificate generation and then put it into a local store. Here I have the file path, the certificate it's going to generate, and then it's going to dump it into ctemp. And then normally this is the company name. and then the password. Suppose if you want to copy the password from this computer to another computer and then put it on a certificate store, it's going to prompt for the password, and this password you need to put. It is going to generate two certificates. One is a PFX and then a .cer file, the public and private key. And this one, the certificate validity is about 5 years. You can see here. And then it's going to generate the self-signed certificate and then dump it into the local store. We're going to go and take a look at later. Let's run this script. Okay, before running, and I would want to make sure that ctemp exist. So I'm going to go create a folder, temp. So I'm going to run this code. Okay, it looks like the certificate generated successfully. Let's go on to this. There are two certificates. As you can see, the extension file is .cer and pfx. Then we're going to go and take a look at the certificate store. So in order to do that, we need to go to the MMC, launch MMC, file, and remove snap-in, certificate. You can see here there's a certificate here. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to upload the certificate. Okay, let's do it. And then go here, certificates and secrets, and certificates, and then upload certificate. You need to browse the ctemp. And add. You're going to copy this certificate thumbprint and go here. Okay, there is a typo here. I can see right away. The UMP. Okay, let's run this one and let's see whether we are able to connect to Graph API. I copy this. I put it here and then highlight and then run. Everything looks good. We are able to connect to Graph API successfully. Let's send some command. Okay, get dash mg user and then hit enter. Okay, I'm able to see all the users created in Azure Active Directory, and if I go here and go to enter ID, users, and all these users are here. Okay, that means we are able to query the Azure Active Directory using the Graph API. Thanks for watching, guys, and you have a great day.